3 hidden things that make people cheat. Human psychology. Below are the 3 hidden psychological triggers that quietly set the stage for infidelity, even in relationships that seem perfect on the surface. 1. Emotional neglect, the silent erosion of connection. Most affairs don't begin with grand betrayal, they begin with small moments of disconnection. Psychologist Dr. Gottman, who has studied thousands of couples, discovered that emotional neglect often precedes infidelity. Yet this neglect is not loud or dramatic. It's subtle. The subtle signs of neglect. A distracted fine when your partner asks about your day. Scrolling through your phone instead of making eye contact. Dismissing their excitement with a half-hearted "that's nice." Turning away from affection because you're too tired. Over time, these tiny missed moments create what researchers call an emotional vacuum, a space where one partner feels unseen, unheard, and emotionally invisible. The person who's neglecting often doesn't even realize it's happening. They believe things are fine because there's no conflict. Yet, under the surface, the other partner's emotional world begins to wither. The danger of the emotional vacuum. And here lies the danger. Nature abhors a vacuum. When someone else appears, someone who listens, asks questions, and shows curiosity, it can feel intoxicating. It's not about lust or even love at first, it's about finally feeling seen again. Emotional vacuum. Empty inner space craving connection. Fills vacuum. Emotional space receives attention. Intoxication. Feeling seen and swept up. New connection. Listening, curiosity. 2. The fantasy of escape, when people cheat to rediscover themselves. Not all affairs happen because someone wants to leave their partner. Many happen because they want to escape themselves. This second trigger is known as the fantasy of escape, the illusion that cheating can help us recover a version of ourselves that feels lost. It often sounds like, "I just wanted to feel alive again. I miss who I used to be." People cheat not necessarily because they're unhappy in their relationship, but because they're unhappy with who they've become inside it. Maybe they feel boring, predictable, trapped in routines. Life transitions, midlife, parenthood, career changes, aging, can trigger deep identity questions. And in moments of self-doubt, a new romantic connection can feel like a doorway back to excitement, youth, or freedom. But of course, this is an illusion. The affair doesn't actually heal the disconnection within. It only distracts from it. The real solution: mutual growth. The real solution lies in growth within the relationship. Encourage each other's dreams. Support personal evolution. Try new things together. When a relationship allows both partners to grow, rediscover passions, and evolve as individuals, there's no need to look elsewhere for vitality. Healthy love should be a space where both people can keep becoming, not a cage that freezes them into fixed versions of who they once were. 3. The intimacy paradox, when safety kills desire. The third psychological trigger is perhaps the most complex and the most human. It's known as the intimacy paradox, the deeper our commitment becomes, the more we might crave novelty and excitement. At first, this sounds contradictory. After all, long-term love is built on safety and trust. But paradoxically, that very safety can reduce the sense of mystery and adventure that first drew us together. The shift from discovery to predictability. In deep relationships, we often become careful and predictable. We stop taking risks with each other. We assume we already know everything there is to know. What begins as comfort can quietly turn into emotional flatness. Meanwhile, the idea of someone new offers the thrill of discovery, the uncertainty, curiosity, and tension that our brains find so stimulating. It's the difference between rereading an old book and opening a novel whose ending you don't know. But here's the empowering truth. You can create novelty within commitment. You can keep discovering your partner, ask deeper questions, share thoughts you've never voiced, try new experiences together, travel, learn, dream, explore, not as an escape from your relationship, but within it. Long-term love doesn't have to mean predictable love. It can be a lifelong exploration if both partners remain curious, playful, and willing to evolve together. The deeper lesson. Building a fair proof. Love. Understanding these triggers isn't about paranoia or control. It's about awareness. When partners feel emotionally seen when they can grow and change without fear, and when their relationship stays dynamic and curious, the appeal of looking elsewhere fades naturally. The strongest relationships aren't the ones that never face temptation. They're the ones that offer such richness, growth, and emotional depth that other options simply pale in comparison. 3 foundations of strong relationships. They're built on 3 foundations. 1. Consistent emotional presence. Not grand gestures, but small, daily acts of care. 2. Mutual growth. Helping each other become who you're meant to be. 3. Continued curiosity. Keeping the mystery alive by never assuming you've figured out your partner. Even if you've been betrayed, it's crucial to remember being cheated on says more about the other person's inner struggle than your worth. Healing begins with understanding that their choice reflects an unresolved emotional wound, not a reflection of your inadequacy. Because true intimacy isn't about perfection, it's about awareness, curiosity, and the ongoing courage to see and be seen fully.